What's up guys, Balmont here. So, a couple of days ago the developers released extended footage for the new and colossal survival mode. And in it, we got to see Floyd's alternate moveset in action. He went from a monster grappler to an extremely offensive bulking tank. And in today's video, I'm gonna break it all down bit by bit for you guys, Balmont style. So sit tight, because you're in for one hell of a ride. Let's go! Alright, so we've got a lot of stuff to look at. I'm gonna discuss a lot of details with you because Floyd's alternate moveset is really meaningful. So, let's go. Okay, so Floyd's going with a nice tick. Got some Donovan's, showing. And now he's gonna go with a double tap forward attack. Take a look. And the main reason I like this series of rapid straight punches so much is that unlike his original move where he'd do, that dragon fist type of attack, that original move, even though it had a bigger reach, this one, since it's slower in its execution, this special move works really well for me because I can already picture a scenario where I'm attacking an enemy that's right in front of me, but there is another enemy approaching, and this attack is slow enough for the other enemy to be also caught in the flurry of rapid punches, so, new strategies coming along. Now, moving on. This special move, I think, it's one of the biggest game changers for Floyd, because this is his forward special. Let me just put it in the right frame, and here we go. Iron Man would be so proud. And this is very meaningful to me because if you remember, Floyd's standard moveset is that when you press forward and special, he's gonna do a long distance grab. Well, that certainly has its uses. You can throw the enemies, you can begin another chain of combos. It takes, doing high damage with this takes a little bit more time, and you're probably gonna have to chain other special moves to do the most damage, so it's gonna take more health. But with this, it's a very fast short blast with the cannon, so it's good for crowd control. Okay, another double tap forward. And here comes the biggest game changer of all. You see, I've been scripting a boss guide for newcomers, and I've gotten S ranks with pretty much every single character except for Floyd on boss rush mode, because I figured, hey, if I'm gonna test out my strategies, might as well take take all of the bosses in one go. And the biggest issue with Floyd against the bosses is that he takes a lot of time to cover ground. And this, it's specifically frustrating when fighting enemies like the disc jockey or the Y dude. Now, with this move, even though it does spend a little bit of health, you can cover ground more quickly. This is actually something I do quite a lot when going for a boss rush. I do it with Axel. If I have to cover a lot of ground very quickly, I'll use his air special. This is a way to compensate for his lack of speed when walking. So, for me, this is the most important change in Floyd's moveset. All of the other moves, they're very good. They make him less of a grappler and more of a hulking tank, a very aggressive tank. But to me, thinking about strategies, thinking about speed, this is the most important move. Now, moving on. Sorry. You see the player has good control over Floyd, unlike he did with Shiva. It's the same player. And here you can see that he goes for the air special to knock him out. And he finishes with a double tap forward sequence. Really good, excellent control over Floyd. Excellent control over Floyd. You can see that the player is very well acclimated to Floyd's alternate moveset. He played really well. Now for the boss, we can see right here, electric weapon. It has electric effect to weapon attacks. But the coolest thing here is that hitting an enemy propagates 20% of damage to nearby enemies, and this does not remove other elemental effects. And we already know that there's fire and poison, but we'll take a look at poison right at the end of this video, so stick around. And here you can see the Air Master. Now this is, I think it's probably the very first upgrade I would choose with Floyd, because aside from Floyd moving faster while jumping, when you're airborne you're able to evade all types of attacks. So if you can perform a double jump with Floyd, this represents a lot in terms of changes of your strategy. You know, this is really useful. Okay, he picks up some health items, he picks up a small pine tree or something, and he goes with electric attack. Now moving on to stage 6. This is where you face the Barkeep that also appears on Streets of Rage 4. Okay, Rapid Flurry again. And this weapon, you can see that it has the electric effect on it. This weapon is a boomerang that, if I'm not mistaken, it was it's the very first boss in Streets of Rage 1. He throws this boomerang, so it's a nice throwback. Goes for another throw, third one, fourth, and a fifth, but misses it. Okay, then he decides to go for a back punch. And as you can see, the lightning effect is applied to every single weapon, and when he tosses the pine tree, it also gets the lightning effect. So this is another layer of strategy. And right here, see, this isn't his jumping special anymore. He immediately leaves the ground with a lightning slam with his feet on the ground. So this is his standing special attack. And you know, imagine the possibilities. Here's a very quick combo you can already pull. Standing special, air kick, and then air special. You know, it's a very good way for you to do a radius attack, hitting everyone that's near you, following up with damage, and then exiting the area you're in, you know, reallocating somewhere else. This is very good for Floyd's strategies. And quite frankly, I'm really excited to play as Floyd with his alternate moveset. You know, I've always played as Floyd, but this is getting me even more fired up. Goes for a second one, then a pummel. And as you can see, here's another detail. What happens is, one of the upgrades the player has gotten, the player has acquired, is that whenever he pulls a special move, a fire effect is going to be applied on the ground near an enemy when he falls. That's cool. Another pummel, air special, lightning effect. And here, what I'm really liking the most about Floyd is that he went from a very slow character, he's still very slow, but he has all of the tools necessary to navigate, to negotiate the battlefield with a lot of speed, man. Floyd's gonna be something else. I'm excited. I'm excited, and you should be. You know, if you're a Floyd player, you should be too. Alright, for special, love it. And this move he pulled right here is a pretty standard combo. You know, it's one of the first combos you learn how to do with Floyd. He's gonna go for a jump throw, and then a kick. What we'd usually do would be jump throw, and then air special, which would be the ground slam with the lightning effect. And we can see here that you have the defense up, and to be quite honest, this isn't an upgrade I'll be going for immediately, because from what I've seen, there are other upgrades that are much more relevant. Now, if this is stackable, and it is, you know, this is stackable, then this will surely, you know, prove useful at higher levels. Maybe when you reach the 100th level or 200th level, you know, when things are gonna get really ugly, then stacking defense up is going to be useful, but initially I'm going to go for other things. And here is the toxic effect which I told you guys about. And take a look at this. Adds toxic effect to the charge attack, hold square, and less basic combo of an attack. Enemies lose health over time and are slowed down for 3.5 seconds. Does not remove other elemental effects. This is almost criminal. Alright, this is almost criminal because, first of all, charge attacks, they have a knockback property, okay? And second, this will also be applied at the end of standard combos. So if you pick up this buff, and you're smart enough with your moves, you know, you rework your playing style towards it, then you know you're gonna keep all of the enemies being damaged, being slowly drained, and having slower movement speed for practically the duration of the combat. So this is a criminal buff, you know, I'm definitely going for it. And there we go. That was it. I am very excited to play this new version of FLOYD. As I said before, I am a FLOYD player. He's not one of my mains, but he's probably one of my third or fourth favorite character. And let me know in the comments who's your favorite character, if you're looking forward to playing as FLOYD, and you know, if you weren't a FLOYD player, did this video change your perspective about FLOYD? I hope it did, man, because he's become something else entirely. Us FLOYD players, we know the importance of those new moves. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so excited to play this. Mr. X's Nightmare is just around the corner. We can almost smell it. We can almost feel it. And again, as I've been always asking, who are you looking forward to the most out of the new 3 DLC characters? Armistel and Shiva. Okay, I'm gonna give Max some love too, man. He deserves it, alright? And also make sure to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, you know, help spread the love. And I'll see you next time. Later.